Shang-Chi, Inactive. Real name, Shang-Chi. Occupation, former secret agent, now fisherman. Identity, publicly known, although few know he is the son of Fu Manchu. Legal status, citizen of the People's Republic of China. Other aliases, Master of Kung Fu. Place of birth, Honan, People's Republic of China. Place of retirement, Guangdong Province, People's Republic of China. Known relatives, Fu Manchu, father, deceased. Fa Lo Sui, sister. Group affiliation, former agent of MI6, a British intelligence agency. Former member of Freelance Restorations. First appearance, Special Marvel Edition number 15. Final appearance, Master of Kung Fu number 125. History. Shang-Chi was the son of the internationally powerful criminal mastermind Fu Manchu. He was raised and educated in Fu Manchu's retreat in Honan, China, where he came into only limited and occasional contact with either of his parents. By the time he was 19, Shang-Chi had become master of the mental and martial arts in which he was rigorously trained, both by his father and by his father's instructors. When Shang-Chi was 19, his father sent him into the outside world for the first time on a mission to assassinate Dr. Petrie, an old enemy of Fu Manchu's. Fu Manchu had raised his son to believe his father was a great humanitarian, and so Shang-Chi was convinced that Dr. Petrie was evil. Shang-Chi stole into Petrie's home in Mayfair, London, England, and struck him hard enough to kill him. Actually, however, the Petrie that Shang-Chi had killed was an android constructed by Fu Manchu himself. Fu Manchu had abducted the real Petrie, who was later rescued, and had attempted through the stratagem of this murder to keep people from suspecting Petrie's true fate. Almost immediately after he committed this murder, Sir Dennis Nayland Smith, the greatest of Fu Manchu's adversaries in the past, discovered Shang-Chi. Smith tried to kill Shang-Chi, but Shang-Chi's superlative kung fu skills made that impossible. Facing off, Shang-Chi revealed to Smith that he was Fu Manchu's son, and Smith thereupon fully informed him of his father's true nature and career. When Smith showed Shang-Chi the disfigurement that one of Fu Manchu's sumos had inflicted upon his legs, Shang-Chi was shocked and disillusioned. Shang-Chi then visited his mother, who revealed to him that his father was in fact evil and had sent Shang-Chi on an immoral mission. Shang-Chi then visited his father in his base of operations hidden within a New York City office building. At this confrontation, Shang-Chi declared himself a mortal enemy of his father. For several years, Shang-Chi devoted his life to the overthrow of Fu Manchu's criminal empire, as well as to battling other menaces to Western society. Shang-Chi was a regular ally of Sir Dennis Nayland Smith and worked with him on missions for MI6, a British intelligence agency, and later for Freelance Restorations, Smith's own independent agency. Shang-Chi ultimately contributed to bringing about his father's apparent death in a confrontation at his father's Honan retreat. Fu Manchu's elixir vitae, which had allowed him to live and remain in his physical prime for many decades, was no longer sufficient to maintain his youth. Rapidly aging, Fu Manchu now needed blood he had taken from Shang-Chi in order to restore his physical vitality. But Shang-Chi wrested the test tube containing his blood from Fu Manchu and spilled it on the ground. Fu Manchu was licking it off the ground when the retreat was demolished by an explosion set off by other aides of Smith. Shang-Chi escaped, but Fu Manchu is assumed to have been killed. Torn by guilt over helping to cause his father's apparent death, Shang-Chi wandered for several weeks, contemplating his future and his purpose. He eventually came to believe he had atoned for the alleged murder of his father, and, rejecting what he called the games of deceit and death in which he had participated as an adventurer, he retired to a passive life in the village of Yangyin in the Chinese province of Guangdong. He currently spends much of his time as a fisherman. Height, 5 feet 10 inches. Weight, 175 pounds. Eyes, brown. Hair, black. Powers. Shang-Chi is reputed to be the greatest living master of the martial art of Kung Fu. In addition, he is skilled at a variety of related mental and physical disciplines. He possesses no superhuman powers, but has successfully battled superhuman enemies, and also successfully battled enemies armed with highly sophisticated weaponry.